All right, back in the shop, or actually lean-to today. Today we're messing with the old Allis Chalmers WD. And this tractor was my grandpa's tractor. I want to say I was probably about 8, maybe a little younger than that. I may have been, I don't know, pre-teen, I'm sure, when he got this tractor. It's about a 53-ish Allis Chalmers WD. Originally had a generator, was originally 6 volts. I switched it over to 12 volt. And it originally was a magneto fire, and it was always difficult to start when it was cold. And last year the magneto took a crap altogether. I pulled the magneto off, put a new coil in the magneto, put it back on, and it worked. Well, this year the magneto quit again. So I decided I wasn't going to mess with the magneto anymore. And I looked and looked and looked and finally found a distributor, coil distributor on eBay for about 200 bucks. And this was super simple to do. The magneto, you got to make sure there's different styles of distributor setups. So I had to make sure I found the right one for my tractor. And it was super easy to change out. The magneto, which I'll show it to you here in a minute, fits right here. And there's a two-way cog here that connects to, and it spins the magneto. The magneto causes spark and lets the tractor run. And like I said, I've always had trouble with that magneto. And this was a distributor set up off of a running tractor, they said. And it came with the coil already, came already wired. Basically all I had to do was I got the tractor to top dead center on number 1. And I marked where the pointer was on the magneto and pulled the magneto off. There's 2 bolts, one here, one there. Pulled the magneto off, took the distributor and lined it up to where number 1 was ready to fire and mounted it up. And then put it all back together, wired it in, and it fired right up first try. Now, the timing wasn't 100% accurate, so you do have some timing adjustment here. That's slotted there. And then like any other distributor, you can rotate the distributor itself. And I did have to do that to get it dialed in a little bit better. So we're going to try and see. This is the first coldish morning or day. It's 1st of November 2025, and it's about 40 degrees, 40 degrees today in central Missouri. And we're going to try and see if it'll fire up any better or not on cooler days. My battery is junk, so I've got to get my junk pack put on it. So let me get that done. I'll get my junk pack put on here, and we'll see if this thing's going to fire up any easier or not. Give me just a second. All right, got the junk pack on here. I will turn the ignition on with the key. I'll turn my alternator on. Got the choke pulled out. Got just a little bit of throttle. Let's see if she does any better. Oop, I lost juice. There she goes. Try it again. Uh-oh. Still not quite so happy. Oh, now my junk pack's mad. Hang on. All right, junk pack's happy. Let's try it again. Still a little cold-natured. Nope. Yep, she's still a little cold-natured, but it is starting better than it used to. Hang on. One more time. Might have her this time. Still cold-natured as all get out. There we go, finally. She is just cold-natured. That's all there is to it. Alright. Jump pack's mad. Alright. Let me get this set up. Alright. Well, we finally convinced it to run. Still not great. I think the carburetor has a lot to do with it. But it is better than what it was before. So, now what I need to do though, get out here maybe where you can hear me a little better, is I need to get the brush hog hooked up. And I've got a little half-acre patch of pasture back here. Get it brush hog for the winter. And I need to see if the timing's dialed in good with that distributor. It runs pretty good now, but I need to get it under load, and getting that brush hog on there, brush hog and pasture will do that. So let me get some air in the tires and get the brush hog hooked up, and then I'll get back with you guys when I'm getting ready to brush hog. Right, we got the brush hog is all hooked up, and this is my little piece back here. I'm going to brush hog. It doesn't look too thick right here, but you get out there in the middle and it's pretty tall. So we'll get this thing wound out and see what she's going to do. timing's set pretty good. I'm just going to hammer down and get this little patch done. Alright, made her back into the lean-to. Got her brush hogged, and of course, just as soon as I stopped recording and put my phone away, it started fucking pouring down rain. And it's, like I said, like 38, 40 degrees, so I think it even got colder because the rain was coming out of the north, the wind picked up. So I'm soaked, I'm cold, but I got it brush hogged. I think I'm going to add just a shade more timing into it. It did good, but it sounded like there was just a little bit of detonation maybe, or something, like it's just a little behind on timing yet. I think I'm going to add just a shade more timing into it. But all in all, it did good. So other than still being cold-natured and not wanting to start very good when it's cold, old tractor still runs good, still performs good. So I've rebuilt that carburetor once before. I don't know. I'll do some investigating. It could be a setting on the jets or something. Could be need to be leaned out a little bit or something. I don't know. But anyway, got that little patch back there brush hogged for the year. My plan is I've got a snap coupler plow for the Allis. Basically, and I still have, well, they're over here in a pile. I still have my snap coupler to go on the arms. So I would have to pull my drawbar out, take my 3-point arms off, hook up that plow. I want to plow that section back there this year, and then disc it up, and I want to plant some sweet corn, some pumpkins and stuff like that back there. We've been here almost 9 years now, and other than letting that just kind of grow and try and get a little nutrients back in it, the neighbors were farming that little section when we first bought the place. And I've been trying to let it kind of just go and kind of recoup a little bit. So I think maybe hopefully this year I'll get that plowed under. I need to find me a disc, whether it's a 3-point disc or a just a drawbar type disc. I don't care. I'm just trying to find me a decent disc so I can disc that up back there. I had a line on one this weekend, not too far from me, but I wasn't able to get there till today, and the guy sold it yesterday. So I'll find one somewhere. People want an ungodly amount for them silly things. They're not. Even if you find one where it's got broken disc and not the greatest, they still want like $400 and $500 for them. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'll get this, get my stuff put back in the lean-to the best I can here, and I'm going to call her a day. So y'all have a good one.